OCO, hello and welcome back. And hi, I'm back. I'm so sorry that I've been gone for such a long time. If you're new to the channel, my name is August and this is the Obsidian Eye. And first I want to issue an apology to all of you. I know I disappeared after the pandemic because, like many of us, it took a toll and I had a lot of growing and healing and recuperating to do because I had certain dreams that I was trying to manifest and I did them. I manifested them. All right. So if you're not familiar with manifesting, if you're not familiar with what I was trying to manifest, for many of you who are maybe new to the channel or maybe new to the experience of the Obsidian Eye, I am a spiritual life coach, intuitive, and creator for a webcomic series called Tribes. And I have worked really hard to manifest my dreams. Give you a little story time on that. When I was about 19 years old, I had this very, very vivid dream that I was with someone. I didn't know who he was. I just knew it was another guy. Couldn't see them. And I just knew I was moving to Seattle. And I just remember packing up like a white vehicle, like a car or a van or something, and I got in the passenger side because I'm a passenger princess. And we just like drove, like just headed straight to the PNW, and I tried to get out to Seattle for, years afterwards. I tried to visit, I tried to inquire about transferring jobs, and I've had made plans with friends, I had made plans on my own, and for some reason they all fell through. All of them fell through. And it was kind of like jarring. It was like, damn, like I saw this happening, and I'm trying to follow this vision, but it just wasn't happening until one day in 2022, it still didn't happen. And I ended up in San Antonio, of all places. It was just really ironic. But, I said, you know what, let me take this step to get out of Philly and try to see how, this is supposed to happen. So I did that. And then 2 years later, packed up a white moving truck, got in the passenger seat, and was driven from Texas to Seattle. And it all happened like a whirlwind. Like it was really crazy. And it was funny because the funny thing about that was that I held on to my Pennsylvania ID when I moved to Texas, and I held on to that because I refused to be a Texan. I said, no, this is not where I'm supposed to be at. I'm gonna hold on to this. And it expired April 30th of last year. Do you know what day I ended up leaving Texas? Take a wild guess. April 30th of last year. So as soon as I got out here, I had to get a new ID, right? So now I am officially a Washingtonian, like I've always dreamed. And since I've been out here, I had to kind of like finally restart, because for the last few years, it wasn't a restart, even though, I've relocated halfway across the country and then just like made a pit stop, met some really cool people, met some interesting people, picked up some skills and learned a lot of new things. And then since then, I picked back up again and relocated and just moved twice since I've been here. So life was lifing, y'all. Life was really lifing. But I met a very great spiritual community out here, particularly the path of Nichiren Buddhism. And I've met so many interesting people and made a few, not many, but I've made a few good friends. And I've just been redeveloping myself again. So now that I'm here, I wanted to welcome you guys back, because this was always the goal. And I didn't forget about you guys. I just knew that I needed to come here. And when you have a dream, when you feel like a particular city is calling you, and stop me if you've heard this story before, and if you've ever experienced this before, because if you've ever felt like I need to be in this particular city, I don't know what's out there, I've never been there, maybe you have if you haven't, but when you get there, you just know, like, this is where my story it was written for me, and this is where I'm supposed to be. And I have no idea what impact or changes are supposed to happen here, but I know they're supposed to happen. And it would not be able to happen without me. It would not be able to happen without my presence. And I need to be a vessel to usher in that change. So that's exactly how it feels since I've gotten here. And it's just been so interesting, and I've been really, really grateful. I've been really, really grateful to Creator, and it's just been such a blessing. So, wado. So, where do I start, y'all? Where else do I start? So, one thing that I've learned in this journey is that, yeah, people are gonna come and go, but there are always lessons that you learn. And it's not about other people; it's about yourself. Things that you learn about yourself is what helps you advance and what helps you grow. And I've learned a lot through other people. There are people that I've met that are, still friends of mine, today. And there are people I've met that that came and they served a purpose in my life, and now they're not around anymore. But, I'll always be grateful to those people that came into my life and that helped me, be the person that I am today. And there's definitely been some challenges along the way. There's been some moments that I haven't been proud of. And then there's been some moments that, really irked me and upset me. But it was all part of the growth, it was all part of the development. And the integral part of that is just like learning who you are in that space, and what can you do to shift or change your perspective, while also staying true to your goals and staying true to manifesting your dreams. So I'm not one to chase my dreams endlessly. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And when I finally got through that fucking tunnel, let me preference, because now YouTube is very different from the last time that I was on. So, yeah, if you are not above 18, just know you're gonna have to sign some agreement or find somewhere else to go and view this channel, because I don't mince my words. If anybody has ever seen my videos before, I don't mince my words for shit, okay? And I get that from my mama, just saying. My chill side, I get from my daddy, but mother don't play, okay? And I am my mother's child, all right? So I'm gonna tell you like it is, okay? Because sometimes you gotta keep it real, and I'm just gonna keep it real on this channel for anybody that's new to this channel. So yeah, viewer discretion is advised, because I will be, keeping it real here. But with that being said, this channel was created for those in the spiritual community who wanted to find inspiration for guidance and for growth. And keeping it real is how I like to keep that momentum of guidance and growth, because it's like, You got a lot of people now on YouTube that want to give you a lot of fluff and a lot of toxic positivity. But I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to give you toxic positivity. Positivity is great, but you know, everything has two hands, right? Okay. All right, everything got two hands. So you gotta work with both. You have to. That's just how we're built. That's how we're designed. You have to work with both. So you gotta take the good with the bad, essentially. You know, like Mama always said, you know, the good comes with the bad, and the bad comes with the good. So you always gotta find the light in the dark. All right. So with that being said, the Obsidian Eye is a space for us. It's a space for us like-minded folks. Anybody that's ever trying to find a tribe, anybody that's ever trying to find, you know, their inner self and their own peace of mind and be able to manifest and create their dreams and goals and find the people that's going to support that. That's why I created that space, you know, and well, this space, you know, so that's why we're here. And if you go to theobsidianeye.com, you can find everything that I do and that I've always had available to you guys. So I am a candle maker, and that's one of my biggest selling things that I have on theobsidianeye.com is organic soy wax candles. I have custom made candles, and I have candle sets, and you can check those out over there. I love my candles. I'm surprised I don't have one burning right now, but you know, life has been lifing. But I have one burning by tomorrow though, by the next video. Yeah, there we go. I have one burning by the next video, and I'll show y'all a little bit of my candles. But you can stop by theobsidianeye.com and you can definitely check out my candles there. They are made to order, and they are beautiful because I got these new glass, these frosted glass. Oh, anyway, just just go check them on out. But so why did I come back? Like I said, had a lot of healing to do, and I just wanted to just remind everybody, you know, about honoring their ancestors, you know, honoring their traditions. You know, there's a lot of people been lost in the past 5 years, and we've all just been trying to find ourselves and not only find our tribes, but find where we came from. And I've learned a lot about where I came from, and I learned a lot about, you know, who my tribe is and who's not in it, you know, and even if you're not in it, that's fine. But, you know, just understanding who is who and who are you, you know, at the end of the day. So I wanted to reclaim our stories. I wanted to shine a light on spiritual practices. And I wanted to just, honestly just wanted to just uplift communities. Like that's always been the goal. Like I just always felt like communities need to be uplifted, you know, and in the last 5 years, I just wasn't able to do that. And I had to uplift myself so that I could be able to come back and uplift my community, because I missed you guys and I love you guys. I never forgot about you guys. So I think in every video that I do from here on out, how do you feel if I pulled an oracle card just to kind of give everyone some guidance? Because what I'm not going to do is do general readings. You will not find that here. I don't do general readings. Okay, I do personal readings, and you can go to theobsidianeye.com and you can go and book a personal reading with me. My schedule shifts and change, so you may not see the same availabilities as everyone else does. However, keep in mind that it does depend on the coast that you're on, because now that I'm on the West Coast, for some reason it doesn't reflect what coast when you book a time with me, though I do have it set to Pacific time. But I have a lot of clients on the East Coast still, and a few in Central. So just double check. Just double check and just know that I am 3 hours behind the East Coast and 2 hours behind Central. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you do your booking. All right, but feel free to stop by theobsidianeye.com and just go and check me out over there. Also, if you want to learn more about tribes, you can go to my Patreon, follow me on my Discord channel. All the links will be down below. And if you want to read it, it will be posted monthly by chapter on Webtoon. And if you want early access to the pages, each page as I post them, that will be on the memberships to my members on Patreon. All right, and then that also has a lot of exclusive content, because Tribes is a queer love story, POC queer love story. All right, and it is a bit of a BLML bara. So, but it is a slow burn. It's very spiritual. It's very sensual, but it will have some moments. So, you know, if you want to check that out, stop by my Patreon. You'll get an idea. Join the membership and you'll get even more of an idea. But definitely feel free to stop by the Webtoon and read the comic for free there. Again, pages will be posted on my Patreon as they release, and Webtoons will have each chapter posted. I try to post them every month, so it should be a new chapter posted at the end of this month, so stay tuned to that. If you want to engage with me more on spirituality, topics about my comic, topics about just, you know, spiritual journey and just what it's like to, you know, have the spiritual experience now, like what's changed for you now in your spirituality, and how you want to use that to help others, and how you use that to help yourself, go stop by my Discord and we can have conversations there. All right, so before I go, I'm gonna pull these cards for you. All right, actually it's gonna be one oracle card, and I'm doing it from the Shamanic Medicine Oracle deck. All right, this right here. Okay, I love these cards. They're very, really beautiful cards. All right, and I will read a message from that. After I read that message, we're gonna unpack that just a little bit, and I'm gonna leave you with that message. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna invite you all to take a deep breath with me. All right, so inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. All right, inhale again, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose one more time, and so we got calling, the conch shell. All right, let's see, message of the conch shell. What is your calling? Let's talk about that. So conch shell serves as a wake-up call, and if you ignore it, that's at your own peril. So your destiny awaits and needs to be discovered. Conch shells are used as shamanic trumpets. They were sounded by tribal peoples such as the Nagas of Northeast India to announce impending natural disasters. These large sea snails shells are used by shamans all over the world to assist in healing and in ceremony. The vibration and primal sound of conch shells can blast away any blocks and objections from your critical mind and from others as you strive towards your personal and sacred path. So this is basically like a wake up, and that anything in your busy life is blocking you out of the voice of spirit. Man, that kind of resonates. So like, if you've ever felt like you're just stretched too thin and you're just kind of like pulled all over the place here and there, you have things that you got to take care of. You work, you got school, maybe you got, significant other, you got family, you have friends, you just all these things that you have to do in between that. And while you're trying to maintain relationships and keep a job and, keep your grades up and all of that, it can get very distracting, At the same time, there could also be other things that you have in your life that are just distractions that you don't need, that maybe are distracting you from your real work, that maybe are distracting you from your family, that maybe are distracting you from your friends. What are these things that are distracting you? Because now is the time to wake the fuck up. Wake up. It's like, hey, listen, you need to take action now. There are certain things that need your attention. And it's best if you listen now, because there might be some opportunities that you might miss because you are allowing things to distract you. So that's basically the message of this one, of Kant's show. So I will definitely say that for me, life, like I said, life has been lifing, and I received my wake up call, not too long ago, that I need to come back here and sit and hang with you guys, like it's been time. So here I am, following my calling. I had to do my comic. I had to dust off the Obsidian Eye a little bit. I mean, it was still active, but I had to really get my hands dirty with it and say, all right, let's dig deep with this. So with that being said, I advise anybody who, if this card resonated with you, journal and write down what's been distracting you. What are some things that you are doing that you've been giving your energy that doesn't really need your energy? Who, has been taking that energy and where have they been applying that at? Because if it's not being applied to the best places, then, maybe it's time for you to pull some of that energy back. And that could be anybody. That could be a friend, a family, a significant other. It could be, your job. It could be just anything. Honestly, it could be anything that you just feel like, I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm doing too much and I'm not satisfied yet. I keep getting up every day and doing the same thing, and it's not feeding me, it's not serving me, and it's not helping nobody else, and I'm not being of service to anyone else. So who or what is that thing? Because this is the wake-up call to cut it the fuck out, basically. So that being said, guys, again, go to theobsidianeye.com, follow my Discord page if you want to go hang out and talk more about tribes, and you can go read tribes on Webtoon and subscribe and join my Patreon to see some exclusive content there. So miss you guys. I will see you guys soon, I promise. I won't abandon you again. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be one of those people, but you will see me again soon. All right, so you guys take care. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.